Hello, people of the internet. I'm the plan, and welcome back to the World Cup rundown. Talking about these clips because I'm using obviously World Cup teams, but just so you know, what you see is not the finished product. This was just me fucking around, so that's why all the Solomon Islands players are white and stuff like that. So anyway, just enjoy these goals, enjoy watching me prove how great I am while I talk about the 12 greatest teams in my opinion in the run up to this World Cup. These are the teams I expect and to just absolutely dominate. We've got on goal for shit. I forgot to mention the team name. Fuck, what a fucking silly Billy am I, as Mr. Murray would say. Anyway, yeah. So number 12 is Sweden. We've got on goal for Sweden Ronnie Hellström, centre backs Patrick Anderson and Bjorn Nordqvist, right back Ovar Bergmark, and left back Eric Nielsen. Left midfielder Lennart Skoglund. Centre midfielders Jonas Thern and Nils Lidholm. Right mid Kirk Hamren. Centre forwards Zlatan Ibrahimovic and Gunnar Nordhall. There's a reason you haven't heard a lot of these players. And if you haven't, it's because Sweden used to be much better than they are now. I mean, they're still a very good team, but they used to be much better, making the actual final of the World Cup, which they hosted in 1958, losing 5-2 to Pele's Brazil. Nils Lidholm is the star player and Gunnar Nordhall is the captain. Zlatan Ibrahimovic is very impressive, but I feel like he's just barely underneath those players. Because of national team achievement. And now number 11 we have Portugal. Now Portugal are obviously a very impressive team, and the star player should come as no surprise to anyone. But first, let's get a rundown of the starting lineup, which is a 4-5-1 or a 4-2-3-1 if you want to be more technical about it. Centre backs Humberto Coelho and Ricardo Carvalho sit in front of keeper Vitor Bahia. Hilario and Joao Pinto are the fullbacks. Mario Coluna and Rui Costa play as holding midfielders, while Deco is the central attacking midfielder, and on either wing is Luis Figo and Cristiano Ronaldo. Figo obviously being infamous for being one of a very select group of players to play for both Real Madrid and Barcelona, and being a select member of an even more exclusive club that swapped Barcelona for Real Madrid. Was the other way around? I don't know. Centre forward Eusebio is the captain, and he led Portugal to a third place finish at the 1966 World Cup, scoring 4 goals in the comeback against North Korea in the quarterfinals. And he actually comes from Mozambique. So if Mozambique were added to a later World Cup that I did, if I was to do that, would I consider putting Eusebio on Mozambique's team? The answer is no. He's Portuguese. Obviously they've won Euro 2016, but that stands out as their only achievement. They did lose the final on home soil of Euro 2004, and that was to Greece. So that is a stain on their reputation. However, they are an incredible side and fully deserving of the 11th spot. Number 10 is the Netherlands, and the Netherlands have to be the most unfortunate team in world football. 3 World Cup finals and lost them all. That just doesn't happen. They have won Euro 1988 though, so that is something for them. An absolutely amazing team with Edwin van der Sar on goal, Frank de Boer and Ronald Koeman playing as centre backs, Koeman being the captain of the team, Wim Suurbier and Ruud Krol playing as fullbacks. Frank Rijkaard sits in front of the back two, or the back four should I say, the 3 attacking midfielders are Johan Cruyff, Dennis Bergkamp and Ruud Gullit, with Ruud van Nistelrooy and Marco van Basten playing up front. I mean, total football, I mean, it is a Dutch thing. I mean, all those teams in the 70s that just made it to 2 consecutive World Cup finals, it really should have won one of those. But despite everything, it's just not as good as some of the other teams because it hasn't won anything. And I mean, I think that, maybe that's a bit unfair, but that's just the way it is. You're ranked on the trophies you've won, and so number 9, anyway, we've got England, and I mean, even though I am obviously I'm Irish like pretty much everyone else watching this video, and we like to hate on England a lot, but they have had. I mean, it's undoubtable that they are one of the best teams to ever play world football. A 3-5-2 formation, pretty unusual. Gordon Banks on goal, Sol Campbell, Roy McFarlane and Bobby Moore playing as centre backs. Paul Scholes, Sir Bobby Charlton, Brian Robson, David Beckham and Sir Stanley Matthews make up a midfield 5, and Gary Lineker and Wayne Rooney are up front. Sir Bobby Charlton is the star player here, and Bobby Moore is the captain. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot I could say about this team, but I'm just going to leave it at a World Cup win, and the lowest ranked team actually to win the World Cup. But the highest ranked team to not win the World Cup is still just a bit away. So yeah. Anyway, let's move on to number 8, and it's a team that I have grown up watching. It is the Spanish team. And the Spain team between 2008 and 2012, the first team to win 3 consecutive national tournaments. And I mean, let's be fair, it's an incredible team. I mean, I used to hate them growing up because they always win everything. I wanted other teams to win. But no, it's very hard to deny how good this team was, with Iker Casillas on goal, Carlos Puyol, Sergio Ramos and Fernando Hierro playing as centre-backs. Piri and Xavi playing as centre midfielders, with Andres Iniesta and Francisco Gento playing as wingers, and a front 3 of David Villa, Alfredo Di Stefano and Luis Suarez. That's a different Luis Suarez, by the way, but I'm pretty sure you all figured that out. So anyway, Alfredo Di Stefano could also have represented Argentina, but I felt, maybe he was just a bit more Spanish because he played for Real Madrid as well. Let's move on to the next team. And this is the highest ranked team to have not won the World Cup. It is Hungary. And Hungary are the only squad in this tournament where all the players on it are dead. That is basically a testament to how far Hungary have fallen. I mean, when you think of them now, I'm pretty sure the only player, some of you, and this is a very small minority of you, probably thought of Zoltan Gira, or that goalkeeper at Euro 2016 who wore the tracksuit pants for every game. But yeah, I mean, Ferenc Puskás being the star player and Gyula Grosic being the goalkeeper. They played only 2 at the back. I know it looks like 3 at the back, but it isn't. I just put them that far back just to kind of compensate. But yeah, they played a 2-3-3-2 formation, which would be just basically suicide now. But I'm gonna try and use that. I'm gonna see how it goes. They only have 5 defenders on the whole squad, by the way. So it's not like I had any options to use any other players. Yeah, but Buzanski, Meslozi, Lantos. I could talk about this team, but there wouldn't be much point considering there's not really a lot you know about this team. So yeah, Sandor Kocsis and Ferenc Puskás are probably the extent of what you know. So anyway, let's move on to number 6. And number 6 is the first World Cup champion, Uruguay. And Luis Suarez, I mean, I hate him. I just hated Uruguay for a really long time, solely because of Luis Suarez and what he did during that game against Ghana. But they have 2 World Cups, though they were respectively in 1930 and 1950. So it's been a while. But Uruguay are still a good team regardless. They've got good players on the bench too, like Forlan and Cavani. Juan Alberto Schiaffino is the star player, and Jose Nazazi is the captain. And now moving into the top 5, we've got Argentina kicking us off with the top 5. I mean, absolutely exceptional team. Carrizo, Rigeri, Passarella, Zanetti, Marzolini, Monti, Rendo, Di Maria, and the front 3 is just fucking brilliant. Probably the best front 3 bar one team in the whole tournament. Diego Maradona, Lionel Messi, and Gabriel Batistuta. I mean, I picked Maradona just over Messi because he's won a World Cup, but really they're interchangeable. Messi gets the captaincy just kind of as a compensation prize. But yeah, Argentina are going to absolutely tear teams apart in this World Cup. And another team that's going to tear teams apart in this World Cup is France. I mean, maybe you could make up an entirely different squad and it would probably still be as good. So yeah, Blonde, Desailly, Thuram, Barthez, Deschamps, Platini, Zidane, Griezmann, Mbappe, Cantona and Henry. And I mean, it's just incredible how many good players they produced. Jules Fontaine on the bench holds the record for most goals scored in a single World Cup with 13 at the 1958 World Cup. The reason he didn't break the all-time scoring record is because France never got back to a World Cup while he was playing. So anyway, that's something. And we've got Cantona and Henry up front, 2 legends of the Premier League. I mean, just showing that French players are not simply good in their own league, they are just amazing. I mean, this team is going to kill other teams in the World Cup. I'm really not looking forward to when Ireland play them. But yeah, we'll have to do that, won't we? And let's move on now to the top 4. Okay, so moving on to number 3. I apologize for the whole top 4 remark, but yeah, because that was wrong. I'm already in the top 4. So anyway, moving on to number 3, we've got Germany. Oliver Kahn, Franz Beckenbauer, Karl-Heinz Forster, Paul Breitner, actually, I don't know where I was going with that, Philipp Lahm, Matthias Sammer, Lothar Matthäus, Gunther Netzer, Fritz Walter, Karl-Heinz Rummenigge and Gerd Müller make up a 4-4-2 with the diamond in midfield, and it's a very impressive team. I mean, 4 World Cups, and what impresses me about this is that the 4 World Cups were won like so far apart from one another, which proves that they have consistently, time and time and again, have been able to produce World Cup winning teams. I mean, 4 World Cups kind of speak for themselves. But while 4 World Cups speak for themselves, there's another team that knows that, and that's Italy. Number 2 on this list. And I mean, I love Italian football. I mean, I've always been a big fan of Italian teams. And yeah, so we've got Gianluigi Buffon on goal, Fabio Cannavaro and Franco Baresi playing centre-backs, Paolo Maldini and Giacinto Facchetti playing full-backs, Gaënto Scirea, they're playing a central defensive midfielder, Gianni Rivera, Andrea Pirlo playing as centre midfielders, and Alessandro Mazzola playing as an attacking midfielder. And then up front, Baggio and Meazza. I mean, it's an incredible team. 4 World Cups. I mean, first team to win back-to-back World Cups. I just love this team. I love this team. 4 World Cups. I think they have 2 European Championships as well. 2, is it? Or maybe it's only 1. Either way, I mean, this team, I just love them. I am so hoping they win this. But while winning this might be a realistic ambition, it doesn't mean it's going to come through, because the number 1 team is around, and that is Brazil. And really, there couldn't have been any other team with all the Copa Americas they won, and the fact that they have 5 World Cups. They had to be number 1 on this list, and I think you knew it before I even started. But anyway, a 4-3-3 with a very attacking flair. You've got Gilmar on goal, Domingos Daguia, Carlos Alberto Torres, Jalma Santos and Roberto Carlos playing in defence, Ronaldinho, Zico, Garrincha, Pele, Romario and Ronaldo. It's incredible. Pele, the greatest player I've ever played, Zico, the white Pele, Roberto Carlos, one of the best fullbacks to ever play, Jalma Santos, another one of the best fullbacks to ever play, Garrincha, incredibly gifted winger. He'd have to move in a little bit just to kind of fit into the mould. And then you got Ronaldinho, Brazil and Barcelona legend, Romario and Brazilian Ronaldo. I mean, another 2 great players, and obviously Pele, the greatest of all time, in my opinion. But I mean, it's going to be one hell of a tournament. Sorry I couldn't do the 48 individual videos, but I feel like this is kind of better because, you know, you have all the things in one place. So yeah, anyway, yeah. Oh, ignore that. That's totally not a thing for the new season. Actually, it isn't, because I updated the kits. But anyway, I've been well the plan. Thanks for watching my videos, and stay tuned for the World Cup beginning on November the 1st. And see you then.